and that was Deppart prototype. So, firstly, I figured this game out when I saw it in a random reel on my YouTube, and the fact that it uses that body cam horror that I've been seeing in the past couple of games I've watched trailers for, I knew I had to play it. The first thing that came to mind when I loaded this game up was that, first of all, Resident Evil 7 came up as a sort of inspiration for the gun combat, and Silent Hill PT, that old playable trailer that came out for the canceled Silent Hill game. That's really what caught my eye and brought attention to it. Like, as soon as I booted up the game and I was looking around and stuff like that. And I gotta say, dude, that this game completely scared the shit out of me. I'm not even gonna lie. The whole time in the gameplay, I mean, you'll see it, but I was looking around constantly. I was pretty much on edge the whole time. So that, not many horror games have been doing that to me lately, but this one has really scared the fuck out of me. And I love that about this game. I've been foaming at the mouth for a horror game that really scares the fuck out of me. And this one really just did it. It really kind of just itched that scare that I needed. And it was really good. It was really good for like a 20-minute demo or whatever. It's really good. Now, it's an interesting take because I think body cam horror could be utilized more. There's a new game coming called Paranormal Tapes, I think, Paranormal Tales. It's on Steam right now. There's a trailer for it and everything. I'm gonna play the fuck out of that game when it comes out. I think I'd probably be my non-stop game because the body cam thing is interesting to me. It makes it feel more immersed, and it gives you that sense of like, this person is defenseless, but at the same time has a weapon of choice if there is a weapon. You know, like this game, for example, you seem so fragile, but you do have your defense. And what really got me was the shooting and the enemies of this game. The shooting was interesting because when, you know, you'd have a steady aim whenever you'd aim down your sights in like Call of Duty or Apex or whatever kind of shooter you want to go through. But this game really took it and was like, you gotta make it count. You're gonna make your shots count, because if you miss, that's one bullet gone that you have a chance to kill that thing that's in front of you. And it's amazing to see that in these type of games. Horror games, realistic horror games, body cam horror games, I don't care. Like, that needs to be utilized more. It really does for horror games, because that really just puts the tension on. I mean, you could see it a little bit of Dead Space too, when your character's swerving around, but I feel like the third person and first person, where it doesn't have that sort of jank, you know, not jank, but normal body movement, it kind of puts it off as just another shooter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you won't, but still, it's in my opinion. I mean, and the graphics of this game, for it being an indie game, somebody must have cooked something real good, because this game right here, man, I almost wanted to say Modern Warfare graphics, Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2022. I want to go as that far, but at the same time, there was a little bit of mush in there. So, but it's an indie game. That's the thing. It's an indie game, and I can excuse that. For an indie game, it looks fucking phenomenal, dude. But I'm just sharing the enthusiasm I have, because I see so much potential with this body cam horror that it can't be unseen if you really get horror. I mean, horror has been my whole life, and seeing this really brings it back. It really does. You know, there was Amnesia. I used to watch all these Amnesia games and fucking Cry of Fear, Slenderman, these stuff. The horror games come and go. New engines, new gameplay wise, you know. These days, horror games are just not horror games anymore. They're more like scary monster shooter things. You know, Resident Evil, of course, was really scary. The 7th one, at least. Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 8 just kind of came out to another action game, so... In my opinion. That was in my opinion. But, you know... Enough talking. I'm gonna leave it here because... It's getting too long. I don't want these videos to be long. So, that was my 2 cents for this game. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.